Hello and welcome to Tall Guy Rides. I'm Pinakin, and in today's video we're going to talk about some of the recent test rides I've done for my next motorcycle. So I am currently looking for a bike that is predominantly city use only or very short rides, and although the Xpulse 200 seems to be the choice for me, I am taking test rides of other bikes that are available in the market and making up my mind as to which bike I will buy finally. And in today's episode, I'm gonna share my experience of riding the Jawa 42 and the Jawa Perak, and let's dive right into it. And as you all know, the channel is called Tall Guy Rides. I am 6'4", and all of my reviews are taking into consideration riders who are above normal height and weight. So that's the niche of the channel. So if this is something that interests you, please do feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about the video that's going to follow, please drop a comment. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let's dive right into the video. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to this bike review video. Today I'll be testing out the Jawa bikes, that is Jawa 42 and Jawa Perak. I really like the bobber style of the Jawa Perak, but I also want to see what the Jawa 42 offers in general. When I'd made a video for the Meteor, whereas reviewing it as a taller than average person, I got a few requests about Jawa as well, so I will try and give my thoughts on the Jawa 42 and the Jawa Perak. Now that video I had just done randomly, but going forwards I want to keep a sort of a common template whenever I'm reviewing the bikes. So the template will be the seat comfort, the seating comfort, the handlebar ergonomics, how it feels to hold. Do I have to reach out for it? Is it a bit too close? That sort of thing. Riding posture or seating posture. Then overall ergonomics like the gear change lever and the rear brake lever, and any other points that would be of interest, especially for a taller rider. So when one thinks of retro motorcycles, the first brand that comes into mind is Royal Enfield. However, Jawa is also another brand that has been in the market since the 1930s, and in fact the Pune showroom for Jawa is the first showroom of Jawa in India itself. And as you can see, it's a very beautiful showroom with all of the bikes that are on offer. They are in display here across the colors that are available, and you can see them here. So here we are on the Jawa 42, and the engine, everything feels really nice. I'm not able to bend the mirrors much. They are bar end mirrors. Now as far as the seat comfort goes, yes, it's a single piece seat, so you can sit as far back as you want, but I think the seat is fairly comfortable. It's a flat bench type of a seat, and yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think anybody should have any issues with this, at least in city commutes, no matter how long they are. But On a longer ride, I'm not sure. That can only be seen once you do actually take a longer trip. Now, talking about the handlebar comfort, handlebars are low on this. It is like a little bit like a cafe racer position. I am leaning a bit forward. The tank is really thin, as you can see, so even though I'm leaning forward, I don't have something to grip the tank with my thighs, right? And since the foot pegs are in a position to accommodate maybe slightly shorter riders, my knees are almost at level, if not above the tank, and gripping the tank requires a considerable amount of squeeze. The clutch is a bit heavy, but in general the ergonomics of the levers is fine. Moving to point number 3, that is seating ergonomics or seating posture. It's not uncomfortable, but there is definitely a lean forward, and it would have been really better if I was able to hold on to the tank a little bit better with my thighs. But yes, it is not unrelaxed, but it could have been a little bit better. In terms of the foot pegs and the levers, I am not facing any issues. They are at a decent distance, and I am wearing my big army boots, and I am able to definitely make the required changes of gear and brake comfortably, so no issues there. It's not too close, not too far away. So the levers, in terms of the ergonomics of the levers, is fine. Since the mirrors are bar end mirrors, I'm sure they can be adjusted to a desired position to give you a decent view of what's behind you. But since they are round, and because of the size and nature of the shape itself, low visibility is limited. And that's a quick summary of the Java 42 in terms of the 5 speaking points that I've discussed so far. And yeah, that wraps it up. I'm gonna head back to the showroom and try out the Perak. On the miscellaneous front, I think the engine is very smooth. No major vibes as far as vibes go. It has started raining, and the bike does look definitely very interesting. This all black color is really nice. The mirrors are really stiff. I'm not able to move them. So let's just keep it at that. Started raining heavily, but that's to be expected. It is that time of year, and we have been having a spell. I think for a taller rider, this bike should be fine if you are going to use it mostly or primarily for city commutes. If you are planning to take a short Sunday rides, I think it should be fine then as well. For longer rides, maybe not. And yes, thanks to the nature of the bike, I think it's just better to keep it on the road itself and not take it off-road. And that sort of concludes my thoughts on the Java 42. And well, now we are on the Java Perak, and there's a big difference in how much more uncomfortable this bike is. I feel extremely uncomfortable in this handlebar position. The handlebars are as low as the 42, but they are closer to me, so I am able to sit a little bit more upright, but I don't think that's helping with the posture. The bike and the seat height in general is very low, so my knees are bent in a rather uncomfortable position. It is a single seat kind of a piece, so I will not comment about that. The single piece is decent. I mean, it has just the minimum amount of room that somebody like me, as tall as me or as big as me, will require to sit without parts of my bum sticking out. But yes, the leg position definitely is not comfortable, and because of how bent my knees are, my feet, my toes have to get bent a lot upwards to be able to access the levers. And in city traffic, where one has to be vigilant all the time and be ready all the time to brake at a moment's notice, this will be very difficult. So I think the Perak needs to be given a pass by anybody who's thinking of buying it and is as tall and large as I am. In general, the bike is not a comfortable bike, at least for me, a person my height. Apart from that, the motor seems to be lively. Bar end mirrors are a commonality between this and the 42. And yes, if you're looking for a very comfortable ride, or rather a more comfortable ride, I think the 42 is the answer. Perak is very uncomfortable. My knees in general are above the tank. There is no need for me to hold on to the tank though in this case, because of the posture. It is a little bit more upright thanks to the handlebars being a little bit closer to me. But yes, I'm not sure if this is the right bike for somebody my size. For viewers who don't know, I'm almost 6'5", 6'4" inches and a little bit above the mark over there, and I weigh about 110 kilograms. And yes, Perak unfortunately is not the bike for me. The 42, and while I was in the showroom, I just sat on the Java, the regular Java motorcycle that's there, and that was definitely a lot more comfortable because the handlebar was quite a bit higher than both the 42 and the Perak. So fairly upright seating position. The ride height or the seat height itself is a little bit taller for the Java. So that would be probably, out of the three bikes that are available, that would be the most comfortable, and the Perak would be the least comfortable. Like, already I've been just riding this bike for maybe 5 minutes, and my knees are a little bit uncomfortable, and reaching to, for example, right now, and this person decided to just cut into my lane. Reaching onto the brake was a little bit tough. Seat is really small, so if you're going at a fast pace and you encounter a bump, you have to be lucky enough to land exactly in the same spot where you were sitting. So that's there. Also, with my shoe on the foot peg, it is touching some parts of the bike. I don't know what that is. I think it's the plastic or whatever there is around the suspension. So yes, Perak, not for me, possibly not for people our size. I hope you found this video informative. All in all, I think that both the Java Perak and the Java 42 have great engines. The ride quality of the engine itself and how the engine was reacting was really good compared to the older models of Royal Enfield. However, when it comes to comfort, I think the Meteor 350 is definitely more comfortable for someone as tall and heavy as me. I'm gonna give a link to my review video of the Meteor right now. And in case you have any questions about Java 42 and Java Perak, just drop them as a comment and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Till next time, thanks for watching, and once again, if you found this video interesting, think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel.